and welcome back to the show, guys. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. A lot to talk about today. Been some good games. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Liverpool game versus Brentford. This is also the call-in show, so we get you guys come in, call in. Should be a good one today, guys. Should be a good one. Hope everyone is doing well. So, let's say this is the call-in show. We've had talk about the Liverpool game first against Brentford. And then we'll move on to other games that are happening this weekend. And then we'll get your man of the matches, guys. Then we'll open up the phone lines for you to call in. So, guys, first, obviously, let's talk about this Liverpool game today against Brentford. So, we won 3-0 at the end of the day. Could have been a couple more, actually, towards the end of the game. We missed a couple of chances, make it 4 or 5. I personally thought this was a good result today. There's been a lot of people down and unhappy over the recent results, especially on Thursday against Arsenal. Drawing 0-0 against 10 men at home is never good. A lot of people down in Liverpool at the moment. A lot of people depressed. Don't know why. There's so much depression around Liverpool at the moment. It's really confusing. Salah and Mane are not there. We've got to play a different way. Like I said in my video yesterday, Jurgen Klopp's got to find a way of playing a little bit differently when we haven't got Mane and Salah in the team. And I think he did. I think he did today. I mean, yes, the first half weren't great. Football weren't fantastic. We're basically, knocking the ball sideways just in front of the defence. Never got really in behind the defence at all. We struggled a bit there, and it took the goal for Fabinho. And as soon as Fabinho scored from the corner, from a Trent's corner, we kicked on a bit from there. It woke us up a bit. Brentford had to come out on us. That helped. Made more space. And they went to a sort of 3-4-3 formation, try and get back in the game. And that helped. That helped more because then we had more players in the midfield, in the central midfield area, and we outplayed him in that position quite a lot today. And that helped us in that second half because, in the first half it was slow, it was boring, it was ponderous. We didn't actually do much. It weren't great. And then, as I say, Fabinho gets his goal. It's a good goal. Little one inside from the head, from the corner at the far post. Bouncing around at the far post, and he gets contact and puts it in the net. And that's his third goal in the last 3 games. He's having a nice little spell at the moment for Fabinho. Fabinho was excellent today. He was back to his old self, I thought. Defending well, getting his tackles in nice and quick, hurrying, always in on the attacker. When Tony tried to get hold of the ball in the halfway line, Fabinho was there, straight in on him. I thought Fabinho had a fine game today. And the Fabinho I want to see all the time. That was excellent today from Fabinho. Curtis Jones next to him playing in today. A lot of us called for this. Obviously, we've all been upset with the Henderson-Milner partnership and calling for something a little bit more energetic in that midfield. As I say, Milner, Henderson and Fabinho are quite similar. All 3 of them quite similar footballers doing the same sort of job. Needed a bit more athleticism, a bit more speed, a bit more creativity around that midfield area, and we had that a bit more today in Curtis Jones. So I thought we had a good game, especially in the second half. I think in the second half he grew into the game a little bit more, got a bit more confident. And with Curtis Jones, I see a lot of people not sure on Curtis Jones's performance today and not sure on Curtis Jones in general. But with Curtis Jones, what I've noticed is he's a cocky player. He's an arrogant footballer, and that's good because That's the way we want him to play, and I don't want that taken away from him. I like to see that cockiness and arrogance of him. He's a young lad. He should be. And the way he played today, especially in that second half, he showed that a little bit. I just want him to do it a little bit more. I want him to. He can dribble. He can take players on, and I want to see him do that a little bit more, taking players on, taking going on the dribbles, having shots on goal. I think he did it once in the second half when he was just sort of playing on the left hand side of the midfield, supporting Jota. And there was a time there where he got the ball, went past two people, ran across the box and tried to take a shot on, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. So he was trying today. So I was impressed with Curtis Jones, especially in the second half. I thought he had a good game. Henderson, I thought Henderson had his best game in a while. He was actually filling in for Trent today when Trent was getting forward. Recently, last few games, he's not been in that position when Trent's getting forward and leaving Trent exposed, and that's been a problem there. But I thought tonight, for today, I thought Henderson really covered that. He really got into that position and let Trent get forward, and Henderson was there to defend that part of the pitch, and he hasn't done that in a while. I think Henderson's a better footballer when he gets forward more. When he gets forward more, I think he's a far better player. When he defends more, when he gets forward and he's trying to support the attack, I don't think that's his best position for us at this moment in time. In that pivot with Fabinho, like it was today, him and Fabinho stayed a lot deeper than they have done recently. And he defended a lot better today, Henderson. And I thought, he weren't great, he weren't fantastic out of this world or anything, but it was a much solid professional performance by him. Edward in the house, evening. Good result and a decent performance. It was, Edward. It was a good performance, really good performance. Good professional performance, 3-0. Everyone worried about where the goals come from. No, I thought it was a good game. I hope you're well, Edward. I hope you're doing good, mate. Chris is in the house. Job done. Good performance. Back up to second. 10 points clear above fifth. Should be Champions League football sealed for another season up the Reds. Yeah, it should be. This is, this is the thing. Everyone says how poor we've been this season. We're on, 45 points or something ridiculous like that? We've got a lot of points already this season in second place. It's just that Man City are an absolute juggernaut and making it look shit. But in reality, Liverpool are having a decent season. You look at the points Liverpool have already got, and we're only in January. It's actually a decent campaign so far. It's just that Man City are making everything look a little bit crap. But I agree with you, Chris. It was a good performance. As I say, back up the second. We are the second best team in this league. There is no doubt about that. We are the second best team in this league. I think we've just gave too many points away this season, which is unfortunate. The amount of points we've given away this season, I think, is just a bit of a, games against West Ham and Brighton and things like that. I think that's just cost Liverpool. But yeah, we're having a decent season. I think too many Liverpool fans get, too hell bent on everything that's going on. Man City are just quality. Man City are just making everyone else look shit. In reality, Liverpool won 45 points, and that's an excellent points return. We've only lost 2 games, the same as Man City. They've just won 3 more games than us. That's the problem, just the draws. Let's just get to these comments quick. Henderson back to his best day. Yeah, I thought Henderson was better today. He covered Trent's position a lot today, where he's been neglecting that recently. Trent and Robbo were good today. Yeah, we'll get to them too in a minute. QNTV, big up my man. Yeah, I hope you're a good fella. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, QNTV. Luca in the house. Big up, my man. Big up. Big game on Thursday, Luca. Big game on Thursday. No one did anything wrong today. No, I agree. Liverpool have 21 matches this season, 45 points. Liverpool's best ever team in 87-88 after 21 matches, 32 points. Man United's treble winners after 21 matches was Arsenal Sports after 21 matches, 49 points respective needed. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. This is everything's looking worse because how ridiculously good Manchester City are. You've got to look everything into context. We've got 45 points back already this season. You know, it just shows we're not a crap club. We're a good side. We're a good football team, and yeah, people. We just got to. Unfortunately, we've got a team that's called Manchester City in the same league as us that are just making everything look crap. I take it. Look at tennis. It's like Andy Murray. Andy Murray is a fantastic world-class tennis player, but he lived in an era of Djokovic, Nadal, and Federer. You know, he won Grand Slams, and he should have won more Grand Slams. But unfortunately for him, Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic were in his way. And it's a bit like that at Liverpool. Liverpool are a world-class football team, but we just got one problem, and that's Manchester City. As I said, we are the second best team in this league for me. We still are. Everyone's worried about AFCON. Look, this could end up that we beat Arsenal on Thursday and go to a final, and then we beat Crystal Palace next Sunday. Then we got the FA Cup game against Cardiff, and then at home, and then we don't play again for 3 weeks, and the boys were back from AFCON. No problem. Everything's fine. You know, it's all got to be. Everyone's got to look at things in the correct way and stop just moaning all the time. So today, because I was watching the game, I found a stream to watch the game, and so I watched the whole game, and I was looking at my phone at Twitter because it's fun. It's a fun place to go, ain't it, for Liverpool fans when it's still 0-0 after 30 minutes, and every Liverpool fan in the world is slagging the team off and the coach off and the owners off, and we're all crap and we've got no creativity and everything's shit and everything's terrible and we should have got Coutinho back and blah 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 blah. And then there was a couple of comments that said, oh, all we do is spam crosses in. It's cross, 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 cross. So when Trent obviously played the cross that assisted Fabinho's first goal, I basically went on Twitter and said that goal don't count because it came from a cross. Because if you talk to all the Liverpool fans on here, all we do is cross the ball. So obviously that goal don't count. Chalk that off. Chalk that off. And what a stream. Oh dear. But yeah, don't count. It don't count because it was a cross. And then obviously Oxlade-Chamberlain's goal came from a cross as well. Beautiful cross by Robbo. That shouldn't have counted either because all these Liverpool fans on Twitter going, all we do is spam crosses in. All Trent and Robbo do is do crosses, which is their job. You know, they get down the wing to supply the crosses and the passes for the attackers. You know, so yeah, it don't count. The corners don't count. That's it, Chris. So none of this counts. So the only actual goal we scored today is Taki's goal because that was on the press. To these Liverpool fans, the only goal we scored today was Taki's goal, where Taki was the man who pressed the short goal kick straight away, pressed him straight away. They give it away. They're getting themselves in trouble. Bobby gets the ball, plays nice, just plays it back to Taki, and Taki puts it in the net. So that's the only goal we scored today to some of these Liverpool fans because all we do is spam crosses, where 2 of our goals came from. Absolute joke. Hi, Joe. How you doing today? How are you, Kai? Hope you're well. Corners don't count. That's right, Chris. It just gets ridiculous. Nothing. And then look, I love the lads at Coppish. They're my favourite YouTube channel for Liverpool football. Liverpool content. Coppish is probably my favourite. It's where I go to watch the lads. But they just sounded so depressed today. I was messaging them today saying, why are you so depressed? We won the game. I don't get why some Liverpool fans and content creators are just so down in the dumps. We won 3-0 at home. Everyone's going on, we can't score goals at Salah Mane, and we score 3 goals. Look, yes, we had a terrible game against Arsenal where we drew 0-0, at home against 10 men. It weren't the greatest result. It's a bad performance. But the depression, I don't get it. Maybe someone else can tell me. Maybe someone else can help. I just don't understand why everyone's getting really upset about it. I really don't. Of course, it wasn't the best performance in the world today. The first 30 minutes of this game weren't great. I mean, we had all the possession. It's not like Brentford were battering our goal all game. We got away with it, and we played 3 counter attacks and got away with it. It weren't that. We had all the possession. I think we had like 70-something% possession today. We had all the ball. We was in all the territory in their half of the pitch. Most of the game was played in Brentford's half. We deserved the win. And as I say, it could have been more comfortable. It could have been 4 or 5. We wasted a couple of chances towards the end of the game as well. So we could have had more goals. But yeah, I thought it was a decent performance. Got to highlight some players. As I say, I thought Fabinho was excellent. I thought Curtis Jones in the second half had a good game. I didn't think Ox had a great game. I know he scored a good goal, and I thought it was a good goal by Ox. But I don't think he had the best game. Some of his first touches were letting him down. There's a couple of times where his first touch really let him down when he was in on goal. And if he had a better touch, we could have got a better opportunity. His final ball in and around the box was quite poor. I think we had a break on, and the ball to play was to Bobby on the right inside the box. But he tried to play Jota in where the pass was never going to get to him. So little things like that were a bit irritating. Bobby, Bobby does what Bobby does. He's unselfish. I mean, Bobby should have taken a shot himself instead of giving it to Taki for the third goal. Should have just shot, but he's unselfish. He was in and out a little bit today. Jota had a couple of chances. He had a good couple of chances today. One when he went one-on-one with the keeper. It was a decent save by the keeper. I still think Jota should have scored that. So he was a bit in and out. Matip was fantastic at the back. Joel Matip, he's probably our most creative player. I mean, the way he comes out with the ball and takes players on is as good as I've seen from any centre-back. I thought he was absolutely brilliant today. I thought Van Dijk was brilliant as well. Obviously, Matip's getting all the praise at the moment, and deservedly so. But what a lot of people have got to remember, opposition teams never really attack Van Dijk's side of the pitch. If you look at all attacks that come against Liverpool, they're usually against Trent and Matip's side of the pitch because they try and leave Van Dijk alone. They don't want to go near Van Dijk. And you see what happens when people do go near Van Dijk. They get collapsed on the floor and get the ball just taken off them. So because of that, everyone thinks Van Dijk's he's not in good form. He's in fine form. I thought he was great again today. It's just that no one attacks his side of the pitch as much. They go more Matip Trent side. So Matip has a lot more, it sees more action than Van Dijk does, to say. So he looks more pleasing on the eye. But I think Van Dijk, him and Matip were solid. I know they had a couple of chances at Brentford, nothing really serious. It's just where we play a high line. Where we play a high line, sometimes when we get sloppy with the passing in defence, as we play that high line, you're always going to give the opposition a chance. We've got to stop that. The sloppy passing around the defence has got to stop because we're just giving chances to people. Then you've got to tighten that up a little bit. Robbo, I thought was excellent today. Some of his crossing was fantastic. I thought Robbo was great today. He got an assist, obviously. He could have had another one as well, where he smashed the ball over to Jota. He just couldn't quite, finish it. Trent, again, got an assist today. He's now got 10 assists this season. We're only in January. What more can you say about Trent Alexander-Arnold? generational talent, fantastic footballer, and another assist. Bit in and out of Dele, but he was better than he was against Arsenal. He looks like he's getting over the worst from COVID and that, and looks a little bit better. Yeah, there was not optimism today, not optimism. Taki getting a goal. Minamino's got more league goals than Jadon Sancho this season. There you go. That's all I need to say. Get some of your comments here, guys. Good win against a team who have been good this season in their debut season in the Premier League. Okay, Brentford have dropped off recently, but they're comfortably safe. Yeah, exactly. And don't forget, Man City had a different goal. I think everyone forgets because recency biasness. Everyone just looks and goes, "Oh yeah." Manchester City a few weeks ago had a hard game against Brentford. Brentford gave them a proper game. Man City didn't have it as easy as we had today. Shot Minamino did blast it over. Poor Taki. Still got more goals than Jadon Sancho this season. Jota deserved the goal for me. Should have had the goal with chances he had. Yeah, he was a bit sloppy today. One thing I will say about Jota sometimes, Jota just puts his head down and blasts it. Doesn't sometimes pick out the corners of the goal. I think if he learned to do that a little bit more, he'd have so many more goals than he has now. Jones quiet first half, better second. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was really good in the second half. When you get a goal for half time, always helps. It certainly does. It certainly does, and because of that, Brentford had to come out a bit, and that helped even more because Liverpool found more space. Something different in the lineup. We got a good win. What a coincidence! Yeah, exactly. I don't know if we got this win if Milner and Henderson and Fabinho played in midfield. You need someone who runs at the opposition. Defenders, I keep saying it, defenders don't like players running at them with the ball. And in our midfield, we've got no one who does that. People that do it is Curtis Jones. The Ox will do it from midfield. He'll run with the ball. Our best one at doing it is Naby Keita. Naby Keita is our best player running with the ball at the opposition. So we have got players to do it. Harvey Elliott will do it. He ain't scared. Harvey Elliott's back in training apparently this coming week. From Monday, he's back in training, which will be a massive boost for us because I can't wait to see this kid come back because I think we all forget he started the season. He played every game before his injury and he was keeping some people out of the team, and he was in fantastic form. Gifted little player. It's going to be I can't wait for him to come back. He's going to give us a massive boost. He really is. Yeah, Brentford are a different team at home. Totally different team. And it will be a welcome. I love Harvey Elliott. As I say, we only got to go back to the beginning of the season. Before his injury, he played every game. And he was one of our better players. Let's not get it wrong. I thought Harvey Elliott was fantastic. And playing that midfield position suited him really well. Coming in off the right-hand side, just playing inside of Salah and Trent. That threesome of Trent, Salah and Elliott, I thought was fantastic. And when he's back in the team, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. I really do like Harvey Elliott. I think he's a top quality player. I really do. So, obviously, let's talk about. Tell you what, guys. Let's talk about Man United, Aston Villa. Well, let's talk about it. So, yeah, it's a blinding threesome, Chris, and you know it. Now, let's talk about. Chris has to bring the tone down. Aston Villa and Manchester United. Now, this was a fantastic game of football. First half, it was like Man United sort of bossed the first half. Villa weren't really at it at all. Not at it at all. And Bruno Fernandes gets his 2 goals, and he deserves them 2 goals. And shock, horror. Bruno Fernandes starts to score goals when Ronaldo isn't in the team. And that's because, as I keep saying, Ronaldo plays in the space that Bruno Fernandes wants to play in. And when you've got someone playing in the space that you want to play in, you're not going to get them chances. And I thought Bruno in that first half looked really good. Good. He looked really good, and obviously he drifted out of the game quite a bit as Bruno does. I don't look. A lot of people go on about Bruno Fernandes, especially since he's come into Man United. He started his obviously Man United career exceptionally well. You know, and he did. Well, let's not lie about it. He started exceptionally well. This season he's been crap. You know, he does go missing in big games. There is no doubt about that. He does go missing in big games, but I don't think Ronaldo and the team helps him at all, as you saw yesterday. But as it's Man United, and they just can't win a game. They can't hold on to win. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to see football games out at the moment. Oh, John, how are you, mate? I'm good, fella. Hope you're good. Yeah, Man United don't know how to see out games at the moment. They've got a lot of problems at that club. More, Liverpool fans think we have problems. Go and look at Man United. They've got a shitload of problems. Yeah, I think it's brilliant. We all do. We're all Liverpool fans. I'm ecstatic that Man United are having this problem. We did tell everybody. We tried to tell Man United fans this. We all warned Man United fans this. Yes, you had the good times after Fergie. As soon as he's gone, you lot are in shit street. You lot are in shit street. You're going to find it extremely hard and tough to come back from this because your squad that won if you go back to 2012 and see the squad that Ferguson won the league with, I don't know how he did it. It's a masterstroke because that team was shockingly bad, And then Moyes comes in. They didn't really give Moyes any money to spend, really. I think he brought Fellaini in, which was a joke, and one matter. But they never, he still had shit around there, didn't he? Like Phil Jones. What's he meant to do? And then obviously Mourinho came in. Before that, Louis van Gaal came in. Is it Louis van Gaal? Yeah, Louis van Gaal came in and completely upset everyone. Played the boringest football known to mankind. Won the FA Cup, yeah, but it was so boring. Then obviously Mourinho came in, played even worse football, and then they go and get the Messiah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the greatest manager of all time. And then they finished second last season in a COVID year where there was no fans for a whole Premier League season for the first ever time in their generation. No fans for a whole Premier League season. Finished second, and they think they've won the lottery and think they're going to rip the world up. We are back. And then this season, obviously, everything's back to normal, and they're realising how pony they actually are. And I think it's brilliant. I can't see him winning anything massive for years. I can't see him winning the Premier League for years and years and years because they are so far behind Man City, Liverpool and Chelsea. It's unreal. It's going to take them so much money to get back to where they want to be. 200-300 million. They've got so much dead wood to get rid of. Man United, they're in trouble, serious trouble, and they will be for a long time. And I love it. Absolutely love it. But as I say, this second half, Man United come out in the second half, and Aston Villa, they just pick the pace up. Villa start playing football. Whatever you say, Stevie has obviously got a way he wants to play. He likes playing with his fullbacks really high, getting involved, a bit similar to us. And he likes high energy. It's a very high energy game. So the fullbacks are really high. He has solid centre backs, stays a little bit deeper, and he likes to play high energy football, getting right at teams, not being scared to play football, no matter who you're playing. He's got a way of playing. I think he's got more of a way of playing than Dean Smith had at Villa, where Dean Smith, I think, just relied on Jack Grealish for moments. Villa deserved this draw, and obviously Coutinho getting the equaliser. I mean, that's hilarious. Ex-Liverpool player playing for Liverpool, one of Liverpool's greatest ever players, who's now his manager, gets the equaliser against Man United. You couldn't make it up. Villa deserved everything. They look a decent team. think people get a bit carried away, like with this Coutinho signing. Coutinho looked good for 20 minutes. Give Coutinho a 90-minute game and then rate him. Because Coutinho's got something to prove. He wants to prove he's not a broken flush. He wants to come back and show everyone he's a decent player. He's a quality player, but you can't rate him after a 20-minute spell. You've got to start rating Coutinho after he's played so many 90-minute matches. Then rate him, see where he's at. Because if he does play like he had that 20-minute spell over 90-minute matches for the rest of the season, he's not going to be at Aston Villa next season, that's for sure. So let's not go too overboard at the moment about Liverpool should have gone back. Look, Liverpool, I don't like going for players that left us and wanted to leave. But look, Philip Coutinho wanted to leave us. He faked a back injury so he wouldn't play so we could sign for Barcelona. Why the hell would we sign him back? Makes no sense. People are saying we should sign Luis Suarez back on a free in the summer because he's leaving Atletico Madrid. He's going to be a free agent. Why? The man's a racist and chomps on people. Bites people. Why would you want to bring him back? It makes no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense to me. Aston Villa are looking decent. Lucas Dean had a good debut as well. They're looking decent, Villa. I think it's all about next season for Aston Villa. I think next season Aston Villa are going to be looking for a top 7 finish. Definitely top 7 finish, getting to European places, challenging the likes of Arsenal and Leicester and Spurs. That'll be the big challenge for them next season. Let's just get some of your comments. So I want to read these out. Without Ronaldo, Ollie will still be in a job. Yeah, it could be. When United signing Ronaldo, will sack Ollie, proves my point. Yeah, exactly. Once he signed Ronaldo, put Ollie under massive pressure. Look, Ronaldo's signing made no sense. Absolutely no sense. This is what I keep saying about transfers all the time. I keep saying this about transfers all the time. Man United, look, the reason Man United are having a lot of trouble is because they just buy players without even thinking they fit into their system or way of playing. All the managers that I've just spoke about that have been Man United managers since Ferguson, nothing's worked. It's because they just keep throwing money at players they think will work. Look, Bruno Fernandes works for Man United's system. But as soon as you bring Ronaldo in, Ronaldo has to play, and it ruins Bruno Fernandes. Because he can't play in that system with Ronaldo in there. So you're buying players for absolutely no reason. That does not improve it. Ronaldo does not improve Man United. He doesn't. It's as simple as that. Ronaldo at 27, 28 years old would improve Man United. A 37-year-old Ronaldo don't improve Man United one bit. Makes no difference. It's a vanity project. A vanity. And that's all face it. The only reason Ronaldo left Juventus is because Messi left Barcelona for PSG, and Ronaldo likes it to be all about him, and he couldn't hack it that the limelight was on Leo Messi, his arch nemesis. Let's face it, that's the truth. Not trying to blow my own trumpet up my backside. I said when Ollie was appointed, they'll win nothing under Norwegian Gollum from Lord of the Rings or Norwegian Bridesmaids. No, they're not going to win anything for a while, mate. I don't see Man United winning anything major anyway. And when I mean major, I mean Premier League and Champions League. Might win the odd League Cup or FA Cup. Still good trophies to win, but Man United want to win leagues and Champions Leagues, and I just don't see it happening. I really don't see it happening. I don't see Man United getting past Atletico Madrid in their group, in their knockout game either. Man United not learning from the lesson. They now go to German Gollum. German Gollum. Maybe Man United have just got a Lord of the Rings fetish. Edward, Stevie looks well composed in interviews too, speaks very well. Will be interesting to see how he combines Coutinho and Buendia. I just don't see how both of them stay in the team. They play in the same position. But Buendia hasn't, for me, hasn't really done anything for Villa yet. I don't think he's been that great. He looks okay in the ball at times. He's got flashy skills. He looks good. but then he's got no end product. There's nothing comes like there's all you can do all the step overs you want and the spins and the rainbow flicks and the turns and dribble past a couple of players. That all looks excellent on telly. It looks excellent on the eye. But if you've got no end product like he has at the moment, it's pointless. Coutinho had 20 minutes, had more end product than Buendia did this whole season. So I would see them. One of them plays, one of them sits on the bench. For me, Edward Facts. Coutinho back seems to be okay. Yeah, I think that muscle relaxer that he took at Barcelona has now worn off, and he looks a bit decent. Man United's defence is open as Gemma Collins' legs, and they need a proper DM. Wow, that's pretty open, Chris. That's pretty open, mate. They do need a DM. They've got no defensive midfielder. For some reason, they think Fred and Scott McTominay are defensive midfielders. Where Fred's not even Brazilian. I've heard rumours that the Brazilians are not acknowledging Fred as a Brazilian footballer either. They said he's from Peru. That's their words, not mine. No wonder De Gea was the player of the season for years. Yeah, and he is this season. He's their player of the season this season. Depends on they get as manager. Yeah. Coutinho on the left and Buendia as a cam or play two attacking mid to one striker. Cool. I don't know if Villa can be that attacking. I mean, I don't know if Aston Villa. I don't know if Stevie can set Villa up that attacking. I mean, two attacking midfielders and one striker. You know, that's basically you're leaving the midfield a bit too a little dry there. And I don't think Villa can afford to be like that. Liverpool and City and Chelsea, yeah. I just don't think Villa could afford to be like that. Maybe in the future, but I don't know. I personally, Buendia, I've not seen much. Everything I see of him, he looks flashy, but then I say, where's the end product? Where's the end product? And that's what football's all about to me. You can be all flashy you want. You can be the flashiest player in the world and look good on the eye. You know, and people will go, bloody hell, he's a good player, ain't he? And you go, why? What did he do today? Well, he took cut people on. You know, did them some nice turns, nice rainbow flicks, nice nutmegs, you know, really good. Yeah, but like, what did he seriously do, you know, in the game? What was his end product? Did he have any assists? Did he have the pass before the assist that split the pitch open? Did he have a goal? Did he do anything for his position? The position he plays, he should be a goal threat in and around the goal of either making goals, creating, assisting, scoring. If he's not doing any of that, you know, what's the point of him? And I think that's why Stevie got Coutinho in. I really think that. I think that's why Stevie got Coutinho in, because Coutinho will give you end product. You know, Coutinho will do everything Buendia does on the eye, on the ball, but then he will give you end product. He will give you an assist. He will either create a goal, make a goal, score a goal. You know, he will do something special. And I believe that's why Coutinho came in. But Villa are looking decent. They're looking decent. This season, about a top 10 finish for them. Stevie can get a top 10 finish with Aston Villa this season. He's done a good job. Then it's into next season for them. What they can do in the summer transfer market, who they can get rid of, who they can get in. And keep an eye on Aston Villa. They're going to be one of them teams fighting with the likes of Arsenal, Leicester, Tottenham, Everton if they get their act together. You know, West Ham, them sort of teams next season. That's where Villa's going to be. You know, one to keep their eye on though. People always wet their underpants when St. Maximin does step overs. I know he scores only occasionally. I've been saying it about St. Max for a long time. Till recently, there was no end product with St. Max. You know, he'd get the ball, he'd do something amazing, a dribble past a player, he'd lift everyone off their feet, you know, off their feet, and the crowd will get up because he's exciting. He's so exciting to watch. You know, and you want to see exciting football, good football. And Yeah, but till recently, he's found his end product. He's getting a few goals, and if he keeps that up, he's going to be an exceptional footballer. Exceptional footballer. And if Newcastle didn't just come into all this money, they'd be really lucky to keep him. But unless they get relegated, I don't see St. Maximin leaving Newcastle. If Newcastle get relegated, I don't think St. Max will play in the Championship for 1 year. I think he'll look to move on. If Newcastle stay up with the money they got going to spend in the summer, I mean, they're going to spend shitloads this January. They're going to spend 300 million in the summer. There's no doubt about that. They're going to throw everything at it because there's no FFP to worry about. I think he'll stay. But he's one thing, he can be frustrating, St. Max, watching him sometimes, but recently his end product's been there. But yeah, Man United 2, Villa 2, Man United struggling in 7th place. But he obviously finished 7th place. They're being, is it the Conference League? Lovely. So Man City, I spoke about this yesterday in Man City game. Man City winning 1-0 against Chelsea. I rewatched that game today actually, and Man City weren't great. Yesterday I was saying Man City beat Chelsea up. They beat Chelsea up 1-0 because Chelsea didn't really have a shot. They did nothing in the game, but I think that was more down to Thomas Tuchel's tactics more than anything really. I thought City were poor, to be honest. I didn't think they were great. If Chelsea just woke up a little bit and had a real go at Man City, and Lukaku, could have a good touch. I do think Chelsea could have done Man City yesterday, but I don't think Man City have been that fantastic the last few games. Yes, they've won some games quite convincingly, but I think they were great against Brentford. Against Wolves, they should have got a 0-0, but got a penalty for no reason when it hit Neves in the ribs under his arm, and they got a handball penalty for it. The Foden goal was probably offside. I can't remember who they were playing at the time. And that won them the game. They shouldn't have beaten Arsenal. Arsenal should have taken their chances and won. So Man City haven't been great, but they're winning. And this is the problem. Where Liverpool, when they're not been great, they've been drawing. So this is the big difference. Liverpool City are still picking up 3 points every game. But as I say yesterday, I think Chelsea messed themselves up. I think Chelsea fucked themselves over. I really do. I think they could have. I think that was more Tuchel's fault than it actually was Man City's, going back in it. But they say that's the reason they're champions, City, because they're not playing great, but they're still winning games, where Liverpool are not playing great and drawing games. And that's the difference at the moment. That's why they're champions, exactly. Remove dinner plate shield. Remove dinner plate shields. We are the biggest club in England. Didn't play well, but they won all that matters. Yeah, exactly, and that's why they're champions. Exactly, Chris. They're a good football team. Hate to admit it, pisses me off, but they are just that good. Obviously, the North London derby, which is probably the most fun derby to watch in football, in my opinion. Obviously, the Liverpool Man United games are hated rivals going at it. But there's something about the North London derby. I don't know what it is. It's a fun game to watch. It's probably the best derby in the country. And I thought I just wanted to watch it, and it's just shame it's postponed. But then Arsenal, Arsenal had one COVID case and let 2 players go out on loan, and then got the game postponed. But yet, they have a go at Liverpool. It's just so hypocritical. One COVID case, and then you let 2 players go out on loan the day before, and then realise we haven't got enough players. You haven't got enough players because you let 2 players go out on loan. You've got one COVID case. You've got a few injuries. Your kids are fit. Play your kids with the rest of your squad. Mix it up. That's what youth teams are for. That's what you kept telling us. It's hypocritical, and There's nothing Arsenal can say now. Absolutely nothing. But they're going to be well rested for Thursday. They've had a week off. We've had a week off. That can either be a hindrance to them, actually, because Liverpool have had that game. It could be a hindrance, actually, to Arsenal, to be fair. It could be a hindrance. About that game Thursday, oh, man, it's going to be great. I'm going to do a watch along for that game. Because it's a one-legged shootout, and I can't wait for it. We beat Arsenal and go to a final, I'm going to be proper happy. Proper happy. One-legged shootout. It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a nervy game. Really nervy. Really nervy. I think Arsenal will feel the nerves more than Liverpool. I think Arsenal, because they're at home, it's 0-0 from the first leg. Obviously, they won't have Xhaka. They'll have some of their players back, but you know I think they really feel the occasion. I think we can take it to them. There weren't a lot of great games. Obviously, the Leeds game was the weirdest. I didn't even think Leeds would beat West Ham because their form lately, and then Leeds go and smash West Ham. I mean, what was that about? Strange game of football. Absolutely strange game of football. I only caught the result because it was on at the same time as the Liverpool game at 2:00, so I didn't see any of it. I'll probably watch the highlights tonight. But looking at the result, you're like, how's that happened? How was that happened? West Ham in good form, decent form. West Ham at home. Leeds are absolutely awful at this moment in time. Absolutely awful. And they go to West Ham and beat them quite comfortably. 3-2, wasn't it? See, when on my One Football app, it said it was 4-2. They must have had a goal disallowed. Did they Leeds get a goal disallowed? So I thought it was 4-2. Sorry, no more games should be postponed. Play your youth. Every fan base was lyrically calling their youth the best in the world, so bloody play them. Yeah, exactly. Arsenal apparently have got 13 players fit, but that's not including their youth team. So their youth team should have been mixed in with that. Big win for these. It was 4-2. They got a goal disallowed, did they? Wow. I heard that Rafinha was fantastic. I'll have to have a look at that because everyone's going on about Rafinha at the moment. Rafinha will not be at Leeds next season. I don't know where he's going to go, but he's going to cost a lot of money. A lot of money. 60, 70 million, would people say, for Rafinha? Easy. The thing with Rafinha, I don't know where he goes. I think Liverpool are in the market for Rafinha. I know the scouts have definitely been watching him. They watched him all last season and this season, and so there is talk there. I think Fabrizio said and David Ornstein said that Liverpool are definitely watching him. But I just don't think we'll go for him. Chris has just beaten me to it. And Bayern Munich I reckon Bayern Munich as well. He would suit Bayern Munich, absolutely suit the German league. But Thomas Muller's coming to the end of his career. They need players like, I think Rafinha could play that number 10 role. So, Bayern Munich. But I can see him going Bayern Munich, but he's a fantastic player. I think Chelsea would be very interested. Chelsea need creativity. Chelsea, as I hear from Chelsea fans all the time, personally for me, I think Chelsea got the second best squad in the league, so there's no excuses. When you look on paper, Chelsea probably have the second best squad in the league behind Man City, but they're behind us by 2 points, and it could be 5 points if we win our game in hand. There's no excuses for me with Chelsea. I think this stuff, they lack creativity, they lack this, they lack that. They've had a lot of injuries. I'll let them with that. They have had a lot of injuries, but so have a lot of teams. They lost Chilwell. As soon as they lost Chilwell, they started having quite a lot of problems. And as soon as Chilwell went, Alonso's nowhere near good enough. as soon as Reece James got injured at the right wing back, Aspilicueta doesn't do what Reece James could do, so they lose a bit of creativity there. But when you got the squad the size of them, and the attack they got, I mean, they got people like Havertz, Werner, Mount, Pulisic. How are they not making more goals and creating more goals? You got to look at the manager, surely. Surely you got to look at the manager and the way he sets them up. The reason they got no creativity. It's a strange one from Chelsea. It is a strange one this season. And their defence, Chelsea. At the beginning of the season, everyone says Chelsea's defence is excellent. Their go. Well, how many goals will they? People were talking about, Chelsea might only concede 18 goals all season and break Mourinho's record and stuff like that. They've conceded 17 goals this season. We've conceded 18, and everyone says our defence has been crap. So just shows, don't it? It just shows. Edward, it's hilarious why it was disallowed. The goal was definitely going in, and his goalkeeper nowhere near it, but it hit a Leeds player in the hand who was on the goal line. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, it says here, click finish, hit Rodrigo on the way in. Oh, for goodness sake. But why disallow it if it's on the goal line? Doesn't really matter, surely. It's got to be a goal anyway. You know what I mean? That don't make sense. I never laugh so much seeing Chelsea complaining when they have two teams as well in their squad. Yeah, exactly. They've got a big squad, Chelsea. I mean, they've spent spent almost 400 million in the last 2.5 years. They've built a massive squad there, and it's still not enough. It's still not enough. Yeah, I agree with this. Hudson-Odoi is awful. Chelsea should have got rid of him when they had a chance. I don't get the hype over Hudson-Odoi. I need a Chelsea fan to talk to. I really do, because I don't understand the Hudson-Odoi hype. I really don't. But he got in the England team before he even ever played a Premier League game. And he's been in and around the Chelsea setup now for 3 years, and he's got like 4 goals. And he's a winger. He's an attacker. I don't know what he does. I don't know what's so special about him. Someone needs to tell me, because I have no idea what's so special about him. If you look at it now, when that bid come in from Bayern Munich, they should have just accepted it. Because I really don't understand. He might be a fantastic footballer. It's just, not performing to the level he can at Chelsea and needed to move to Germany. Maybe at Germany he would look better. Look, Jadon Sancho looked amazing at Germany. He doesn't look too hot now in England, does he, in the Premier League? Now, it might be the club he's playing for. It's dire and it's not helping his cause. But Minamino's got more goals than Sancho this season. So, something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. Bayern Munich dodged a bullet with him. I don't know. He might look decent at Bayern Munich, like I'm saying with Jadon Sancho. He never really got his opportunity at Man City. It's sort of like Hudson-Odoi, who was in that youth setup. No one really heard of him. No one really heard of Sancho, really. Then he went over to Germany, made a name for himself, looked fantastic. Then he's come back again, playing for Man United. It might be the team, might be the setup, but he don't look great. And so Hudson-Odoi, he was this massive prospect everyone kept talking about. Got obviously an England game before he ever played a Premier League game. And then everyone's like, who's this kid? And then Germany, Bayern Munich game, we'll pay you 40, 30, 40, 50 million for him. We want him. Yeah, he might have been a completely different player in Germany. Because we have got to remember German tax, man. German tax. Yes, you get the odd player like your De Bruyne's and your Gundogan's. Yeah, that come from Germany. Bobby Firmino came from Hoffenheim. So you do get your odd player. But man, German tax, guys. It's a real thing, I'm telling you. He would do well at Dortmund. Yeah, he would. I think Dortmund's a great place for him to go. Dortmund likes signing them players, making them better, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Dortmund have got two of the hottest prospects in the world, don't they? Haaland and Bellingham. Yeah, Dortmund, They get the young players in, they improve them, they sell them on, they make a shitload of money. That is Dortmund's setup. They know what they're doing. It's the only way they can sort of compete with Bayern Munich at any kind of level in Germany. That's how shit the German league is. That's how unfair the German league is. Obviously, because German football have this, it's fan owned, ain't it? It's like 51%, 51% fan ownership, and then is it 49% owned by the club? So no one can go over to Germany and buy a club out and then make them compete like they do in this country. Like people at Newcastle, the Saudi Arabian group couldn't go to Borussia Dortmund and just buy them all out, own Borussia Dortmund, and then just completely destroy Bayern Munich. It just never happened in that league. Bayern Munich just buy the best player from their opposition every single season. Bayern Munich last season, they not only did get Leipzig's manager, they got probably their best defender, Upamecano, who's now proven that he's dog shit, and Konate was far better. But that's what Bayern Munich do in Germany. Absolutely awful. So Dortmund have to do what Dortmund can do, and they buy up all the best young talent in European football, make them superstars, sell them for ridiculous money, and keep them afloat. It's the only way Dortmund can do it to compete with Bayern Munich. And they still really can't. Still really can't compete. But Hudson-Odoi, yeah, he's awful at the moment, Chris. I do agree. Bundesliga's no different to League One, in my opinion, in terms of title challenges. It's not. It's not because they just buy up the best. As I say, the only difference in France is like England. You don't have presidents and like they do in Spain and stuff like that, and so you can buy a club out. Like PSG got bought out by Qatar. In Germany, you can't do that. It's all fan-owned clubs. They're fan-owned clubs, so there's no money. The only money is in Germany, the amount you win and the success you get, and the fans and all that is what generates the money in Germany. And Bayern Munich leads the way in all that. And then that no one else. Jurgen Klopp is the last manager to win a league in Germany. That's the last time anyone but Bayern Munich won the league in Germany, I believe, since Jurgen Klopp was at Dortmund. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. They're going for their 10th league title in a row. It's not right. It's not right. And it's never going to change unless they get rid of their thing of fan ownership clubs and be like all the other leagues. It's the same as Spain. With Spain, Barcelona and Real Madrid, they get all the TV revenue. I think they share 70% of the TV revenue, and then everything else is given to all the rest of the teams. So why no one else can compete. And obviously now Barcelona have spunked all their money and gone into liquidation almost, that they're in trouble. And no one will compete with Real Madrid ever in Spain now. Real Madrid are just, it's going to take years for anyone to catch them. Years. All right, guys. If you want to call in and talk about the games, the game today, the games this weekend, any of that, call in, guys, on the link, and we could talk about all the games this weekend, the Liverpool game, whatever you want to chat about, guys. Call in. Man of the match from today, guys. So man of the match from today. This will be a good one. Let's finish off with this. Man of the matches from today. So I think we've got a few options. You've got Matip, Fabinho, Curtis Jones maybe for that second half performance, Trent and Robbo. So what's personally, right, let's go through the ratings of the team. So in the comments, guys, you put down your rating, what you rate, and your man of the match. So we'll go straight from goalkeeper first. So starting from goalkeeper with Alli. See, Alli didn't have a lot to do today. I think Brentford only had one shot on target in the whole 90 minutes. So it's hard to rate Alli. But the things he did have to do, he did well. He started quick attacks. As soon as he got the ball, he went hanging around. He was good with his feet. So I'll just give Alli a straight 7. Let us know yours in the comments, guys, who you think. Robbo, I'm going to go from left to right this time. So Robbo, I thought had a good game today. Got an assist, obviously. Put in a few good passes today. Defended decently. Yeah, I thought he was good today. I'm going to give Robbo a 7 as well. Virgil, as I said earlier, I think Virgil had a very good game. Underrated performance from Virgil because, as I said, most of Brentford's attacks did come on the Matip Trent side of the pitch. But I did think Virgil had a decent game. No one really ran past him today. Knocked everyone over. Tried to attempt it anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go 7 for Virg because he just didn't have that much defending to do today, did he? There wasn't a lot for him to do. Matip, I'm going to give an 8. Just for the fact that Matip had more to do than Virgil because of the side of the pitch they were attacking on. And, you know, he's running out with the ball. I think he's fantastic. Not many people, I've not seen many centre-backs that can run with the ball like Matip does. I mean, he took about 4 or 5 players on. It's just that he can't shoot. If Joel Matip could shoot, he'd be the best centre-back ever. Tell you, I've not seen a centre-back dribble like Matip does. I'm going to go 8 with Matip just because of the fact he didn't have a lot to do. Chris going 9 with Matip, understand. That's cool. I'll go 8.5. I'll go 8.5 for Matip. I thought, just for the fact, the defence didn't really have a lot to do. They didn't come under a lot of pressure today. Trent, I'm going to give 7.5. Had an assist today, 10th assist of the season only, and we're only in January. That man could end up with 12. Don't be surprised if Trent breaks Henry's assist record. I think people are sleeping on it. No one's talking about it. He's got 10 assists this season already. We're in January. If Trent can get close, if Trent can get quite close to the record by March, April time, he's got a very good chance of beating it. Very good chance. When you think about it, Harry Kane got 11 assists last season. He was the top assist. Yeah, I'll go 7.5. Trent's distribution wasn't as good as it has been recently, as I think Edward says here. He's correct. So I'm going 7.5. I think he's going 8 for Trent. Right, the midfield. Fabinho, I'll say now, I think Fabinho was our man of the match today. Yeah, that's who I'm giving man of the match to. He gets a 9 for me, Fabinho. I thought Fabinho had a good game. He broke up all the play, never let Brentford get a sniff of any attack, really, when no one played around him. He snuffed everything out. He was good in his tackles, good in his passing. That's a bit of Fabinho's game that goes unnoticed. Fabinho's passing is fantastic. He's a very good passer of the ball, and I wish he did it a little bit more. Fabinho, because he has got a good pass on him. So I'm going to give him a 9. Or 9.5. I'm not sure, but he's definitely my man of the match. Jordan Henderson. This is Henderson's best game for a good 6 weeks, as we say, for a good while. He covered Trent's position today. Last few weeks, he's not been covering Trent's position. He's just leaving it open when Trent attacks. Henderson's job is to come inside, cover Trent's position so we don't get counter-attacked down that side when Trent's attacking. Thought it was Henderson's best game. His best game for a long time. His passing was decent. Sometimes he just rushes his passing too much. If he just slowed it down a little bit, I think he'd be better. I'm going for an 8 for Hendo. Curtis Jones, I thought, didn't have the best first half in the world, but he had a fantastic second half. He defended well as well. He got back on the defence. when needed, followed runners, didn't shy at that job at all. Got forward well. There's a few times when he dribbled round players and he looked fantastic. And yeah, he looked good. I'm going to go 8 for. I'm going to go 8 for Jones. Up top, Ox. I didn't think the Ox had a great game. A lot of his first touches were poor today, especially when he was in around goal. I think there was a time when he had a couple of times when he was in, and his first touch let him down. There was an opportunity when he could have played Bobby Firmino in, and Bobby could have had an easy one-on-one chance, but he played the pass into Jota, which was the wrong ball. But then he got his goal, and it was a good goal, to be fair. It was a good goal. It was well-worked football as well. It was good football leading up to that goal. So I'll go a 7 for the Ox. Jota, up and down all game. There was he could have had a couple of goals today, easy Jota. Could have had a couple of goals today, but just let him down a little bit. The one-on-one, where I'm thinking, just put this in the corner. And he just puts his head down and smashes it. So I'm going 6.5 for Jota today. And then Bobby, the same, probably a 6.5, 7. Bobby does what Bobby does. He's an unselfish footballer. He comes very deep. He starts attacks. He plays some nice 1-2s in and around the box. He did have a chance to score where he completely missed his header. So yeah, I'm going to go 6.5 as well. But yeah, it was a better performance than it was against Arsenal. I think if we play that sort of same way, I forgot to say, Gordon, when he came on, I wish he scored. He was so unlucky. He gets in that 1-1 position. I think he just froze a little bit and then just hit it at the goalkeeper. Had a massive chance to get a Premier League goal. So that was unfortunate. But if we play like this against Arsenal, as I said, like the Arsenal game, Arsenal will go feel the pressure more than Liverpool. They're at home, second leg 0-0. They know they got to win. Liverpool are a bit more used to this position and being under this pressure more than Arsenal in recent years. So yeah, I think Liverpool will see that out. But you put your things in. Let's have a look. Chris gone 9 for Hendo, 8 for Jones, 7 for Ox, 7 for Jota, 7 for Bobby. Edward 7.5, 8. Yeah, my man of the match was Fab. I thought Fab had a good game. But John, how are you, mate? Hope you're good.
How about me? How's you?
Yeah, not too bad. How you been?
Not too bad. Suffering with the flu or COVID or something, man. It's kicking my balls.
Really? Feeling crap?
It's fucking brutal, mate, at the minute.
Oh, no.
Because, the morning's worse. Trying to catch a breath in the morning is fucking brutal.
Does it help you smoking that fag though, does it?
No, it doesn't, mate. It doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't, mate. My missus told me several times. Mate, I've got literally about 14 vapes.
Fucking hell, John.
Trying to stop. Mate, it's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous.
Trying to get through it.
But,
Hey,
guess I was off for 7 years.
Yeah.
I was vaping for 7 years.
Yeah.
And then when my missus, she took COVID, but she was in ICU.
Oh, maybe you're telling me, yeah.
And I started smoking again.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I can't get fucking off the bottle things.
Because of the stress. I've never had a vape in my life.
I blame her.
I wouldn't know how to do it.
I fucking blame that bitch. If she never had COVID, I wouldn't fucking smoke.
It's all her fault.
She's a fucking stupid cow.
Oh, John. So, John, did you
anyway,
you watch the game?
Oh, the game was first half, but I didn't like the first half at all.
No, second half was a lot better, wasn't it?
Jones, for me, was too nervy first half.
Yeah, I think Klopp got into him in the second half. His performance was
Second
far
half, he
better.
came alive.
Yeah, far better.
He's
That's
probably
what I
the
want to
best
see
player
from
on
him.
the pitch second half.
Yeah, I really enjoyed his performance that second half. Because what Curtis Jones is a cocky young man, and I want to see him be a cocky young man when he's
That's
playing
what I
football.
like about him. But
Yeah, I like it. He doesn't mind,
he's
taking
a
a player
scouter.
on.
He's cocky.
Yeah, I like it. And I think Klopp likes it, and I think Klopp wants to see that more. And he sort of just hides it a little bit when he's on the pitch, but he should just express himself because he's a good footballer. He is a good footballer.
The only downside to me was Gordon didn't score a goal. I would have tapped it off.
I know.
I loved him to score a goal.
Same, mate. Again, Premier League goal at 17. You imagine. I mean, he looked good when he came on as well.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player. I love him as a player.
He's got a big future ahead of him.
I would start him on Thursday.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumours about that going round. I mean, as I said, the Thursday game. I've said to some Arsenal fans already. I've said on here already. The Thursday game is, I think Arsenal will go feel the nerves big time because.
Will the game has to go here, but.
Yeah, I'd play Gordon. I think he might play the same team that played today. I think he might play the same team that played today.
I'd play Gordon over Ox.
Yeah, I'd play Gordon as well.
Well,
I'd give him a go.
Injured today.
Yeah, Ox did come. I don't know what's happened to him. No, I've not seen anything come out yet or anything said, so we'll have to keep an eye out for it. But I think he looks all right playing off. I mean,
he didn't look injured, but he looked as if he had a bit of a strain in his ankle.
Got stepped on the ankle, yeah. I think it was the player went sort of down on his ankle a little bit, so he might as well take him off. Well, the game was already won, wasn't it?
More of a sprain than an injury.
Yeah, he should be all right. I mean, if he's not all right for Thursday, just play Gordon, and I think he'll do a job.
Personally, I'd play Gordon over Axe anyway.
Yeah, I think he'll do a job. I'm looking forward to Thursday's game. It's going to be a good one.
We don't have Origi available.
No, well, Origi's always
for
injured.
some reason.
Origi's always injured at transfer windows. Well, have you ever noticed that?
That's what I'm saying. Is he injured or is he up for sale?
Don't know. I don't know what's going on with Origi. Apparently, he's only got 6 months left in his contract. But then, if you Google it, it says he's got a year left in his contract. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I heard yesterday that Liverpool have an option to extend by a year.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. He's got 6 months left, and if we can extend it by an extra year, and then he's got 18 months left in his contract, or something like that.
And so
then a lot of people say he's only got 6 months.
Some people say that they can make an offer for Origi in January.
Yeah, Inter Milan are looking at him, aren't they?
How can that if we have an option to extend by a year? They can't make an offer.
Don't know. It's a weird one. I'm not too sure with it. I know Inter Milan are looking round. They're sniffing around.
Personally, I think it's going to be sold by the window.
Yeah, I think Origi will do a job. It is stupid. I'm hoping he stays because if Origi was fit, he'd play.
Big time.
If Origi was fit, he'd play. I'd play Origi.
The problem with Origi is he doesn't get enough game time. You play him, give him run games, he's outstanding.
Well, Klopp just don't like him,
you bring him in and out of teams, no player can perform at their best.
Well, Klopp don't like a forward who just scores goals, does he? He likes a forward who's very active for 90 minutes of the game. Like Bobby and Jota. He likes them sort of forwards. Same with Pep. I mean, with Pep, when he came in at City, he tried to get rid of Aguero because he weren't doing enough. He was only scoring goals. It weren't enough for him. And that's why Jesus came in the team. But Aguero learned how to play under Pep. And I think that's Origi's problem. Origi he's a goal scorer. He might not do much for in a game, but then he'll score 2 goals out of nowhere. But
But
that's not what
I
Klopp
hear at
wants.
the minute that Spurs are willing to send offers for fuck, who is it?
Bovine, or is it Bovine?
No,
The little fat Dutch bloke.
Dele Alli.
Dele Alli. See, Dele
Would you
Alli
take
should
him?
have been a Liverpool player. He should have been a Liverpool player anyway. The story with Dele Alli is that Liverpool bid for Dele Alli before Tottenham did at MK Dons. His
Probably a
agents,
bit
but
more.
everything was done with Dele Alli, but then Liverpool said he weren't going to be a guaranteed first teamer, and he'd have to work his way in, because at the time he was only young, weren't he? Only like
No,
19,
that's what
20
was.
years old.
Apparently, we bid more than Spurs came
Yeah,
in with
but
50
Spurs
grand,
guaranteed him
no,
first.
100,
Yeah,
500 more than us.
but Tottenham offered him guaranteed him first team football. That's why he went. Liverpool said they couldn't guarantee him first team football, but he wanted
I
to
would
play
take
for
him all day
Liverpool
long.
because he's a Liverpool fan, isn't he? And he wanted to go to Liverpool.
I would
But
take a gamble on him. I would.
if he was at the right price, because you got to remember English tax. But if he was if he's the right price,
I think you get him for 50 million.
if you can get him for, I mean, Liverpool. Personally, I wouldn't look for anything more than 30 million for Dele Alli. Just
I
wouldn't
spend. I wouldn't spend any more than 20 million. I wouldn't.
No. And I think I think if you offer 20 something million to Daniel Levy tomorrow for Dele Alli, I think you'd get him. I really do.
Can't
But I
want him
think,
out.
yeah, because
Rate him.
he doesn't rate him, but he's a bit damaged at the moment, ain't he?
I think
he needs to go.
but on their clap would be outstanding.
I think he would be, but I think it might be too late for him there. I think Dele Alli needs to go to a smaller team to build himself back up again. I can see Dele Alli at Everton or an Aston
Don't
Villa.
interrupt Everton's. Don't.
Or Aston Villa. Dele Alli at Villa.
Here,
Stevie.
that's a shout.
He needs to go to a club like that because going from Tottenham to Liverpool is too much of a big jump.
Apparently, Steven Gerrard has been linked with a move for Luis Suarez.
Well, you can have him. Fucking dirty bastard. I can't stand Suarez.
No, but here, that'd be hell to say, but
I mean, how old's Suarez? 34?
he's 34, 35.
See, I don't know. I can understand why Stevie wants to get him because he's his favourite ever striker. But
he's still banging goals in, but
yeah, I don't
put him in
know.
the 6-yard box, he will still score goals.
Yeah. I mean, people have been saying about why didn't we get Coutinho back? And I think everyone forgets what Coutinho did.
No, I don't like what Coutinho did this. I don't. He's a snake.
But
it was worth the risk.
He pretended he had back injury so he can go and play for Barcelona.
Worth the risk? Is he not better than what we have at the minute?
I don't care if he's better than what we have. I would have him back. No way.
Right. Is he better than
But the only problem is...
No.
Yeah.
He's better than Taki.
Yeah, probably. But Taki never gets played in his... Taki never gets played in his right position, does he, the poor fella?
Right, but he's better than Taki. He's better than Taki. He's better than Jones. He's
better
than
Alex. I don't think Klopp's never bought another player that he's let go.
No, he hasn't.
At Mainz, at Borussia, at Dortmund, and at Liverpool, he's never done
for
it.
Years, we were linked with... Who was that Bruce Norman guy we were linked with for years?
Oh, yeah, I remember the one. It
Reece.
never happened. Yeah. And Wes linked with Aubameyang as well before he went to Arsenal. But
he's never went back for a foreign player.
No, he's never going to get Coutinho back, ever. And he told Coutinho as well at the same time, you leave.
Well, he said, you stay here, we'll build statues for you. If you
leave,
you'll be
you're just another player. Yeah, you're just another player. And, look, Coutinho, I'm not going to... Look, he had a great 20 minutes against Man United. I thought he was fantastic. But with Coutinho, I want to see how well he actually plays when he plays 90-minute games.
Yeah.
when he plays for because it's very easy to say, oh, he's quality because he played 20 minutes coming off the bench. Look, Coutinho's got something to prove. He's got a point to prove. He's playing for one. As Coutinho says in his interview, Steven Gerrard is his idol. So he's now, I mean, this tells you how good Gerrard is. He said the only player that's better that he's ever played with that's better than Steven Gerrard is Messi.
That says a lot.
Yeah, and look at all the players he's played with, especially at Barcelona and Bayern Munich. So it tells you everything. So I think Coutinho will do well. Look, if Coutinho gets back to Liverpool, there's no way in hell he's staying at Aston Villa next season.
Oh, no chance.
No.
He go to Bayern?
I think he wants to stay in the Premier League, Coutinho, because I think the football suits him.
I don't think he does.
But I do think he's come to back the Villa to prove a point and get back to the way he used to be so he can get a bigger move. I don't see him.
Or are Liverpool watching? Could Liverpool be watching? But
yeah, I don't see him signing permanently for Villa. Yeah, I don't see him signing permanently for Villa. Not at his age. When you look at his age, he'll want to start winning things. And look, as I said earlier in this video, Aston Villa, it's all about next season for Aston Villa.
So could Liverpool go in the summer if he does well and buy Phil?
I just don't think Klopp will ever do it. I mean, it could be FSG could go, look, we'll buy you Coutinho back.
No, I don't think Klopp will, but FSG could do it.
Yeah, I just don't think Klopp would have him back. I think Klopp will have final say on it. I don't think Klopp will have him back. But it's an hard one. It's a difficult one. But with Coutinho, I do think if he plays well at Villa and he has a good season, does well, I just don't see Coutinho signing for Aston Villa next season.
No, I don't.
When you look at his age, he'll want to win trophies. He'll want to be in the Champions League. He won't want to be not in Europe. I can see him going
Dortmund.
Yeah, even playing for Stevie, I don't think it's enough. I think he'll want more than that. And I mean, Villa, they were good yesterday. That second half, Villa gave Man United a hiding. Man United is shocking. They're absolutely shocking. And we, as Liverpool fans, we all told Man United fans this. As soon as Alex Ferguson leaves your club, you're going to have many issues. You'll go have a lot of problems, and it's been proven right. What is it Ryan Giggs said? We won't go 30 years without winning another league like Liverpool. Well, they've almost gone 10 years. They've gone 10 years already.
We'd never fall as far as
like Liverpool did. Yeah, and now 10 years. It's been 10 years since Ferguson.
Mate, it's happened. Man U is not winning the league in the next 4 years.
I don't see Man United winning a Champions League. Look, they might win the odd FA Cup and League Cup on the way because teams can win them trophies. But
Man U's not a big team. They're not.
The Champions League and League is beyond them for a long time. They got to catch Liverpool. It's not just about catching Man City. They got to catch Liverpool and Chelsea up before they even catch Man City up. You know what I mean? And they're
miles behind. Man U is
miles behind.
They've hired your man, the manager now, who's temperature manager.
Yeah.
Right. A big club like Man U, before you sack a manager, you should have a guy in place to come straight in.
Ralph's the wrong choice. I don't get the Ralph Ragnick.
Ralph?
I don't know what manager is out there for Man United. I really don't. I really don't, because unless they just get Poch in, that's the only thing I can think of.
I don't think Poch goes there. I don't.
Unless they just go and get Pochettino in and start a thing with Pochettino, I can't see. I can't see it going any other way. I mean,
I don't see Poch going there at all.
I just don't see who they get, because Ralph Ragnick's not the answer. But Ralph Ragnick did amazing jobs at Stuttgart, Mönchengladbach, and Leipzig. but that's his level. He's never managed an elite side.
Apparently he's a brain of football.
Yeah, but maybe when he was the brain at football was a while ago. Now football's moved on. You know what I mean? Football don't stay still. Things move on.
No, they thought they were hiring someone better.
They basically thought they were getting a Klopp or a Tuchel. That's what they thought. They haven't got the players. Their players are shit. I've been saying this for ages now. Man United's squad is not as great as what everyone goes on about.
Is a fucking chance.
Look, Ronaldo and Cavani are not going to be there next season. So they need 2 strikers there. And they need to buy 2 strikers.
Ronaldo's going to MLS. I guarantee he goes to MLS next season.
Them 2 players are not going to be there next season. So that's going to cost them a lot of money to replace 2 strikers. I don't know if Pogba will be there next season. I think Real Madrid are coming for Pogba. McTominay and Fred are
free?
No. I think he's got 18 months left, but I just can't see Pogba staying at Man United. I just don't see why he would.
Even a free this summer?
He might be. But I just don't see why Pogba would stay at Man United. I don't see the point.
He's one of those and it's not last about 2 years.
But it's not worked, has it? The Pogba Man United thing has not worked. I think he had one good season in his first season when he came back, but it's just not worked.
Did he really?
Well, he got in team of the season, didn't he? That first season he came back. But he weren't amazing. But Fred and McTominay are not good enough for Man United level. Rashford looks like he doesn't like football at the moment. He looks like Rashford's is a nice bloke, and what he does get the kids fed and all that is top draw.
No full respect for Rashford for everyone.
No one can deny that.
Outside football, full respect.
It looks like it's got the weight on his shoulders, don't it? And he don't look like he enjoys his football at the moment because of it. Greenwood's going to be an exceptional player. He's going to be an exceptional player when they actually start playing him where he should be in number 9.
I'd take him Liverpool tomorrow.
Yeah, I like Mason Greenwood. He's exceptional. A player like Mason Greenwood under Klopp would flourish. He would be amazing. He would be. I'll have him. I don't care if he's a Man United player. He's quality. You can't say no to quality, can you? And he's quality. And
I can actually see it happen. If Liverpool bitten, I actually see it happen.
I wouldn't be. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it shocked me. I'll tell you that. But he's a good player, Mason Greenwood, but he don't play in the right position. They don't play him in the number 9 role. They play him out wide because Ronaldo has to play number 9. And yesterday, look, no Ronaldo, and Bruno Fernandes scores 2 goals. Shock horror, because Bruno Fernandes and Ronaldo don't play well with each other.
No.
And Ronaldo, as I keep saying, plays in the areas, in the position.
I don't think them two get along, do they?
I don't know, because they're not great for each other when they're with Portugal either.
The rumours going about them two don't get along with each other.
Well, before Ronaldo came to Man United, evening, Doug. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're doing well, Doug. Doug is it 1.4 thousand or something subs Doug just reached, which is an amazing achievement. So well done, Doug. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure in the Mason Greenwood, the Ronaldo and. I like Bruno Fernandes. I think he's a good footballer. But the problem Man United have got, they've bought too many players that don't fit their system. Mm-hmm. You know, they didn't need to buy Ronaldo this summer. They shouldn't have bought him. Martial, he's been a waste of time. No, never worked. Donny van der Beek, they bought Donny van der Beek for absolutely no money. There you go, 1.6k, mate. But thanks. I was just doing a stream on my channel there. Well done, mate. Congratulations to you, Doug. That's amazing.
Well done.
He does a lot, Doug. He works hard, so that's real good news.
His streams are always brilliant. Like, I always love
doing good, my man. Doing good. Yeah, United just they've wasted a lot of money. You look at the money, because Man United fans argue that they don't spend any money, which makes me laugh. They don't spend any money, and they've spent, I think, what was it? Under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they spent 400 million. And I can't see a player, apart from maybe Bruno Fernandes, who's actually made them better. Maguire at 80 million was a ridiculous transfer. Should never have happened.
Matip is better than Maguire. And he was free.
Kanate's better than Maguire.
No, but it was Matip who was a free transfer.
But Matip's the most underrated centre-back in Europe. No one talks about when we all talk about centre-backs and defenders and all that, everyone has discussions, who's the best defender around and all that. No one ever brings up Matip's name. He's so underrated, it's unreal. Matip,
at the minute, I think he's probably the best defender in Premier League.
He has probably been the best centre-back this season in the league. But no one will say it because everyone will go, well, Diaz at Man City and Laporte and blah, blah, blah.
All I'm waiting on is Matip to do one of them runs.
Matip's fantastic. I mean, he's good at dribbling because he used to be a midfielder for Stuttgart or Schalke.
He's going to go on a mad run one day. Pop that ball.
He's going to finish one. I thought he was going to do it today when he went on that mad run today and took like 4 or 5 players on, but then he couldn't. He got his shot off, but he got blocked down.
It's going to happen one
day. Eventually, he's going to smash one in and he's going to be goal of the season. Fantastic centre-back, so underrated. It's all about good business. As you say, we've got Matip on a free. Great business. That's an amazing transfer. And Jurgen Klopp always said he wanted him at Dortmund as well, but he couldn't buy him at Dortmund because he played for their arch rivals in Stuttgart.
Like Schalke.
Is it Schalke or Stuttgart? I can't remember, isn't it? And they're Schalke, and they're arch rivals. It's like us buying a Man United player. So he could never buy him. He always wanted him at Dortmund. So when he had the chance, at Liverpool, he had the chance to get him on a free. He took it, and he's been fantastic. But you look at Man United players, they just Ronaldo for me is a waste. It was a vanity project. Bruno Fernandes was a good buy, but Fred, who paid 50 million for Fred, needs cancelling. Whoever decided that Fred was worth 50 million, I think that was under Mourinho, weren't it? Whoever decided, go and get. We like this Fred bloke from. Was it one of the Russian clubs? Wasn't it? It was that. Was it one of the Russian clubs or Ukrainian clubs? If I remember rightly. Sure. And they went, go and get him. We're paying 50 million. Whoever did that deal, they need cancelling. Bad. You think? That's it. Doug Scott. I knew Doug would have it. Shakhtar Donetsk. There you go. That's pretty. Amazing, fella.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
So good. You always get one, don't you? What's a twat?
What?
I don't know what that was. I have no idea. I don't know what that was.
That's I don't know what that was. Fried my head, that one.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what he's smoking up there, but yeah, he's doing something.
He's smoking some good fucking shit, but
I don't know what that was. Give me demonetized. Shakhtar Donetsk, that's it. They paid 50 million. Shakhtar must have been laughing. They just paid 50 million for Fred. Oh, shit. Man United have wasted so much money, and the problem is because they've spent so much money and they've got so much debt, it's going to cost them so much to get back to where they want. And I just don't see them spending that much more money. The club's in a shambles. They haven't got a manager. They got a fella on a 6-month lease that's apparently going to go upstairs for 2 years and do some kind of role upstairs where he helps the new manager. So who do they bring in? Apparently Zidane doesn't want to manage in England. He's not interested in managing in England. I think Zidane wants the French national job. So after the World Cup, I wouldn't be surprised if Zidane takes that job up. I just don't know what it's about. What's the fella at Ajax?
Is like I say,
the Ajax manager. the Ajax manager. I can't remember his name now. What's his name? Oh, it's gone out. Doug will know. The fella at Ajax, he's the other person they're looking at as well. Him and Poch.
Or could Conte go United?
Oh, Conte, they missed the boat with Conte. They should have got Conte in to start with,
But
and just
could he
gave
still
him
go?
the money. But I don't know if Conte would bloody stay at Spurs all season. Yeah,
No chance. He's going to
It's
leave before
just-
the end of the season.
it's just I don't know what's going on with Conte. The Spurs job just seems
It's
a weird
impossible.
one to me. It seems a weird one to me.
The
Apparently,
Spurs job's harder
January.
than the Everton job.
Oh, apparently Spurs are going to give him loads of money this January. We're like 2 weeks into January and there's not been one signing from Tottenham yet. So I don't know where this money's coming from. Yeah, I don't get that partnership. It don't make no sense to me. Conte and Man United made more sense because he will get Man United. No matter what people say about the Glazers and all that, Man United will spare money. And
Always.
Conte to Man United would have made much more sense than it did going to Spurs. Much more sense.
That's what does my head in with Man U and Liverpool.
Mm,
We're in a better financial state than Man U,
yeah,
but we
Yeah, we
never
don't have
spent
no-
money.
we have probably hardly any debt. Hardly any debt. We probably float.
Whereas Man U
Yeah.
were out and splash cash left, right, and centre.
But they got so much revenue, ain't they? Their revenue. What Ed Woodward, whatever his bloody name is, done for Man United on the commercial sense is a great job.
No, it is, but we
They got so
have
much
207
commercial
million
revenue.
to spend.
Yeah, but we ain't got the commercial revenue that Man United have got. They just
I
got
know, but
massive
if we spend
commercial revenue.
207 million,
Yeah.
we don't get
Well,
in trouble.
Apparently that's the rumor. Ain't it, going around at the moment? There's been one of the reporters leaked it online, didn't they? That in the summer Liverpool got over £200 million to spend because the money they haven't spent they've saved up basically, and they can't get done by financial fair play.
Where's
So,
that money going
who
to?
knows? Well, that's for this summer.
Is that going to pay?
I think
Is
the
that
money.
going to buy the Penguins?
No, I think the money we've had recently has gone on contract extensions. I mean, we signed
Has it really? But
8 players up, didn't we? I think 8
but
players up this
contract
summer.
extensions shouldn't be in your transfer budget.
I think it is with us. I think everything's in that. I think with Liverpool,
Look,
I
it
think
probably is, but it shouldn't be.
I think with Liverpool, everything's in one budget. That's our thing. Look, FSG are not even in the top 10 richest owners in the Premier League. They're not even in the top 10 for the richest
That's
owners in the
nuts.
Premier League. They're not.
And they own
Yeah.
probably the biggest club in England.
What it is, FSG, when people talk about FSG and how much they're worth, yeah, that's how much their business is worth. It's not how actual much money they have. So
No.
FSG are worth like 2.5 billion, but that's not actually how much money John Henry has.
No, but Liverpool themselves are worth 2.6 billion, just themselves.
Yeah, but FSG won't take loans out against the club. I think that's the thing.
But
Man United take loans
are
out.
worth 2 billion themselves and
Hmm.
all. So they're probably worth at least around about ballpark 10 billion quid on assets.
I mean, every other club, Man United take loans out against the club all the time. And Arsenal, they take loans out against the club. That's how they spent 120 million this summer. They took a big loan out against the club. I don't actually like going down that route where you take loans out against the club.
No, I don't.
You're just putting yourself in debt.
But I don't. At the same point, we can afford to pay it back.
We can, but do you know what I think it is? What one person told me this. One person who I know from Liverpool told me this as an inside sort of thing from a while ago. What FSG are trying to do is make Liverpool run as a club on a commercial revenue, a bit the way Man United run. Because, as I say, Man United have spent 400 million, and that's none of that's come out of Glazers' pockets. That's all come out of commercial revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And what FSG are trying to do is make it similar, where money eventually comes out of commercial revenue. But the problem is that's going to take some time to do. That's going to take a few more years to do. And while you're waiting to do that, you start to fall behind. That's the problem. Look, they build up the new Anfield Road in, don't they? Did you see a picture of it today on Twitter?
I've seen that.
Yeah, with the picture of the thing behind the stadium where it gets joined up to.
Right, but who's paying for that?
I suppose the club is in some way. The club is in some way. I think they do.
FSG got the money to pay for it.
Yeah, they
so
do the loan.
Pay back FSG.
That. Well, it is. They get the loan to build that from the club, and the money goes back into club from the revenue that will receive. It don't actually go into FSG's pockets. It goes into the club's pockets. That's all it does.
Right, but sure, there must be, if it's a loan from FSG, there's got to be an interest on that loan.
Yeah, of course there is. But it won't be that
so
much.
So FSG make money on the loan.
Yeah, they make money on the loan, but they won't make money on the revenue. The revenue goes into the club.
Well, I'm saying FSG is technically speaking,
FSG
but is making money off Liverpool's name.
Yeah, but every owner does. There's not an owner who don't. Look at Man City. Their stadium is sponsored by the airline that their owners own.
That one, I'd never understand that one. That baffles me.
The Etihad Stadium, their owners own
that's against the law.
It is. Their owners own Etihad Airways. Etihad Airways have never made a massive turnover. And then
gotta be
apparently all of a sudden they make these £50 million turnovers. But they've already said, the people, when they charged Man City with all these offences and took them to court and all that, they said they did do things illegal, but they run out of time, so they got away with it. So everyone knows what they did, but they got away with it because they ran out of time.
With a luxury hotel company, which is owned by Man City owners.
Yeah. It's just, everything's dodgy. And you think about the clubs that Man City own. Man City owners, they own about, I think, 4 football teams.
How can you sponsor your own club? That's against the rules.
It is, because it's dirty money, isn't it?
Man City's just on.
That's what I'm saying. Every owner takes advantage of their club, no matter how rich they are, no matter how wealthy they are. They all do it. We just have to put up with it. But, hopefully, we start to see a little bit more investment from FSG. They got her in the summer. It's like Salah's contract. I'm not worried. I'm not really worried about Salah's contract at this moment.
If someone starts spending, I'm fully done. Fully done.
But like with Mo's contract, I know a lot of people are worried about Mo's contract. I'm not particularly worried about Mo's contract at the moment. The reason I'm not too worried at the moment is because I look at it from this point of view. Liverpool and Salah are both in strong positions. They know Mo don't want to leave the club. Mo's not kicking off like he wants to leave the club, a bit like Aubameyang did and stuff like that. They know he wants to stay at the club. He's comfortable at the club. He'll see out his whole contract at the club. There's no worry about that. At the same time, from a business point of view, we're living in this COVID era. If you look at all the big transfers that's happened in the last year and a bit, they've all been free transfers, haven't they? Look at PSG. PSG are the richest team in the world with Newcastle or Man City. Everyone said, the best transfer window ever. They didn't spend a penny. All free transfers. In the summer, it's going to be the same. Mbappe, the biggest player in the world you can probably buy at this moment in time, is going to go for a free to Real Madrid. The only one that's going to cost anything is Haaland, and it's going to be only 65 million euros. Where Liverpool are looking at, I don't think a club is going to come in and offer 80 to 100 million for Mo Salah with 12 months left of his contract in the
PSG
summer.
could.
PSG could, but I think that's the only team. But I don't think Mo will go to PSG.
No, I don't think he will.
Because who owns PSG? You got to remember where Mo Salah comes from. And the people that own PSG, I don't think that would be why. I don't think Mo would go there because of that. Also, I don't think he'd want to be under the shadow of Leo Messi either, and a Neymar. I don't think he'd want to be under that shadow.
You're right. You're right in a way, but at the same point,
I think that's the only club because he ain't going to go Real Madrid. Real Madrid to go get Mbappe. Real Madrid to go get Haaland. Real Madrid to go do a madness in the summer.
Everyone forgets we need to time down soon.
It will tie down. It'll be done before the end of the season, in my opinion. I do think FSG know if they don't do the Salah deal, there will be blood on their hands because
if they don't
I think
Salah,
they'd have to sell up. They'd have to sell up because they know it'll become two. Unless they do a madness, unless they do an absolute madness,
which never have done.
Unless they sell Salah in the summer, get ridiculous money for him from someone, or they let Salah's contract just go till he's a free, and in this summer they spend ridiculous money and get all the people in already.
But
that's the only way they get away with it. Yeah, but that's the only way they get away with it, isn't it? So I think they know. So personally, I think that's why Liverpool and Mo are at this. Liverpool knows Salah doesn't want to leave and he's not kicking up the fuss.
If they sell Salah, FSG need the sell club.
Yeah, they will. And then Liverpool know that Mo don't want to leave the club. Mo's quite happy at Liverpool. He's quite happy seeing out his contract. Everything's fine there. He's not kicking up a fuss or anything. Not moaning or anything.
But he said he's happy. He said there was a
Yeah, he's happy. He wants to. If Liverpool give him the contract tomorrow, he'll sign it quite happily. And Liverpool know that. And also, because we live in this COVID era, where the only teams that are making massive transfers are Man City and Chelsea. And they've both been flops. They spent 100 million on two flops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't see Salah won't go to anyone else in England, and Liverpool won't sell him to anyone else in England. I don't think. Real Madrid, I think, are going to get Haaland and Mbappe, so they're not going to go for him. Barcelona can't afford him. I don't think they'll go to PSG because of who PSG's owners are. So I don't think they'll go there. So I just don't see where else he goes. And then from a business point of view with Liverpool, I can understand they're not wanting to give him 400 grand a week just because we know it's bullshit as fans, but as ownership, they would think, right, you give a bloke who's going to turn 31 soon, you know, a 400 grand a week contract. We live in a COVID era. Just say Salah around 32 years of age isn't performing at a level he was performing before, you know, and he's coming, you know, and we've got a bloke sitting on 400 grand a week at 32. We live in this weird times. You're not going to be able to get rid of him because no team would come in for him. So from a business point of view, I can understand it as well. But obviously, as fans, we're all like, no, just give him what he wants. I can understand it.
From a business point of view, it makes more sense to run down his contract and sell him.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, of course it does.
Because if you sell him tomorrow, you're not going to get that much money for him, really.
Well, what Liverpool would look at is that Real Madrid tried to buy Mbappe in the summer for 200 million, didn't they, with 12 months left in his contract?
But Real Madrid are fucking stupid, but...
Yeah, but Liverpool will look at that. Because if it is only PSG that come in for him, Liverpool will go, yeah, he's got 12 months in his contract, but you know, you've got to offer us at least 100 million for Mo Salah.
Cool.
And I think that put teams off. I really think that would put teams off.
Right, but FSG would have make more money off him, keeping him, and selling him.
That's why I think he'll sign. That I know FSG are always worried about players when they hit their 30s, giving them big contracts in their 30s, because most of the time, if you take the majority of footballers when they're in their 30s, they do start to go down. I mean, their trajectory does start to go down. Not with all players. With Mo, it's completely different. I think Mo's just one of them freak players that gets better as he gets older.
Well, that's why I'm shocked I haven't done before. Because surely it's FC businessmen, they would do keeping Salah, make some more money.
Yeah, I think it'd be done. Yeah, I think it'd just take a while.
Is it already done?
I don't think it's already done. I think it's close though. I don't think it's. I mean, Liverpool ain't even put in an offer yet. It's not like with the Genie situation, because everyone talks about the Genie situation. With the Genie situation,
that was different. But that was completely fucking.
It was completely different. He went down to his last few months, but Liverpool did offer him a contract. He rejected it. He wanted a bit more money and a bit more time on his contract, but he rejected it. So, no, Liverpool did offer him a contract, but this is completely different. I mean, this is a completely different. It will happen. That's why I'm not too worried, because the situation is that if Salah was, if it was like Aubameyang, where Aubameyang at Arsenal was, he started to not turn up for matches, didn't he, and fake injuries and all this sort of nonsense till his contract got sorted, and then they just gave him 400 grand a week. I think FSG are a little bit worried by that. They look what happened to Ozil. They look what happened to Aubameyang and think, we can't afford a player of 400 grand a week that ain't performing. But that's not going to happen. Mo's got to always score goals. Don't matter how old
What
he is.
FC need to worry about? But if the contract is done and they announce it on the 31st of this month, people can realise, hold on, Sal's away in Africa. How the fuck can Sal sign a contract?
I know. Well, it just shows that it was done ages ago, doesn't it?
So people are going to jump on FC and go, hold on.
It was like Henderson, weren't it? He signed a new contract, but he was playing for England at the time.
Exactly. You're trying to pull a wood over our eyes here. It's not fucking happening anymore.
I think Salah was fine. I do think the Salah deal will get done. I think
I think it's right done. I genuinely think it's right done.
I just don't see. I think FSG know that not signing Salah up will be the end of them.
I think what Salah's saying, I want to stay at the club. The fans love me. I love the fans.
Yeah.
That tells me it's right done.
Yeah, I think it's either already done or it's very close. I don't think they're that far away. What I've heard is Liverpool are willing to offer 300 grand a week, but Mo wants 400 grand a week. So they got to come to some.
Ronaldo's on what, 500k a week?
Yeah, Ronaldo.
Right. Is Salah better than Ronaldo?
At this moment in time, he is. Yeah, let's bring in. Hiya.
Right, so.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Oh my God.
Allahu Akbar.
Who are these people? So it's the same person, wasn't it? The same person, just doing different accounts. Some idiot.
Fucking Mongols. I was at Mongols.
Some idiot. But no, yeah, I don't think it's far away. I think it'll get done. Talking about transfers, let's just talk about this quickly. Jack Grealish, who's the bigger flop this season, him or Lukaku?
Who, sorry?
Jack Grealish, Lukaku, who's the bigger flop this season?
Fuck, now you're asking. Grealish?
Because Grealish, I don't think, for £100 million.
That's at a push. It's Grealish.
He's been terrible, but because Man City keep winning, no one talks about it. But that's how ridiculous. That's just what I'm saying with Man City. How the hell can anyone compete with Man City? They spend £100 million on the footballer that they don't need. I mean, would Man City would be in exactly the same position now, even if Jack Grealish didn't play for them. That's the crazy thing. No one can compete with Man City financially for that reason. That's what's absolutely crazy about it. You know, they buy a player in Jack Grealish is a fantastic footballer. He's great at Aston Villa. 100 million was.
Lukaku has been a flap as well. Like Lukaku's been a big flap.
But Grealish, though, for 100 million, it was overpriced, and he's not performed for 100 million pounds. But because Man City keep winning, no one talks about it, and all the talk is about Lukaku, which Chelsea might be not doing as well as they should be doing.
Yeah.
But I look at Grealish and I think, how can anyone compete with Man City financially? How can anyone? They got a player in Jack Grealish for 100 million pounds, and he doesn't even make their first 11 every week. How can anyone compete with that? And the thing is, though, if Jack Grealish don't work, they will just go and buy another player to replace him. It's just, you can't compete with that.
It's fucking ridiculous. Like
you can't compete with that sort of money power. It's impossible to compete with that sort of power. And then Chelsea, they buy Lukaku for just under 100 million. Was it 97 million or something like that? And you know, he's the same Lukaku we all knew. He hasn't changed. He's still got a bad touch. He still looks heavy. He looks slow. He's not great at this moment in time, and he's getting all the stick at the moment because Chelsea are not doing so well. But Grealish, I think, you know, what's he done this season? What's he done for 100 million pounds? He's had an awful season. Now, next season he might be a lot better once he gets used to the way Pep Guardiola plays. But I don't know. I think he's getting away with it. And that just shows how strong Manchester City are. They're too strong. No one can in this league compete with them financially, not even Chelsea. Because Chelsea, if they sell Lukaku, Chelsea will have to sign. Chelsea have to sell Lukaku before they buy another player. They won't be able to keep Lukaku and replace him. They'd have to sell him. Where Man City can keep Jack Grealish and then just sign another player to replace him. No, how can anyone compete with it? It's ridiculous. Evening, Chris. Chris is back in. I think Salah will sign, in my opinion. Yeah, I do as well, Chris. I do as well. I think that deal will get done. Liverpool, well, there's plenty of time. There's no, you know, it's got 18 months left. There's no rush. There's no worry for me at this moment in time. Me and John were just talking. But it's been a good one, guys. I'm going to leave it there. It's been a good show today. I'm on Steve's channel tomorrow and Tuesday, so I won't be doing a show. I won't be doing a show tomorrow or Tuesday because I'm on Steve's channel, Statman Stubbs' channel on Monday, on tomorrow, and on Tuesday I'm on his channel as well. So I'll be back on my show on Wednesday to look forward to the Arsenal game. So catch me then, guys. Everyone in the chat, Chris, John, yourself, Edward, the weirdo that called up. Everyone, thanks very much, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.